Hello friends, we are in Las Vegas today, and today we will be doing a walk through this Las Vegas Strip. We'll go to Mika Singh's live show. I'll give you some views from my hotel room at the Cesars Palace. We're gonna go into Ivan Pecel's world's greatest juggler, a little bit of his show, and then we'll also go on the high roller, which is a Ferris wheel, as you can see there, and go to about 550 feet above ground to have a fantastic view of the Las Vegas city. And we also got to hang around with the Celsius energy drink girls. That company had apparently sponsored the franchisees that went for the convention, and that was a fantastic and very nice thing for them to do. So we start off by walking through the Cesars Palace, and we got a little bit distracted by this robotic arm. This little robot was kind of waving at us and doing some things. But then we just continued on. As you can see, all the slot machines, different type of gambling machines. So don't do much gambling and stuff like that. So we just continued walking, and here we had a little quick stop in front of the Gordon Ramsay's restaurant. Apparently you need to have a reservation, like months in advance to be able to get a seat in there and have something. I'm sure many of you out there probably cook a lot better than Gordon Ramsay. Anyways, let me know in your comments what type of foods you like, so we can share, or maybe give me some recipes I can cook. As we walk through the casino here, you can see the signboard there, and it's so big that it's very easy to get lost. So you definitely need signs, and there's a lot of help out there, security guards and people. So very, very nicely done. As we walk into this dome area here, it's all Roman theme, Caesar's Palace, of course. So as you can see, that's the ceiling, very nice. The floors are immaculate, the designs, everything, it's just done so perfect. I can't say the same about the accommodation. I had to get out of my room and go to a different place. I just didn't like my accommodation for the price and the parking structure and all of that, so that's another story. I ended up getting an Airbnb, but as far as just moving around and just seeing the place, it's really worth it. It's totally awesome, that's all I can say. Lots and lots of walking, so if you're wearing a Fitbit or you're counting your steps, that's the place where you'll easily do at least 10,000 steps in just walking on the Las Vegas Strip. And right now we are inside the Caesars Palace, and all these hotels along the strip, most of them are interconnected. So from there you can go all the way to the end, like the Tropicana on one end, Stratosphere the other end, and in between. And then if you cross the road, they're also kind of interconnected, and if they are not, then you just come out into the street and just go from there. The waterfall sounds here were really captivating. I had to mute the audio because it was just too loud, and we just couldn't even hear anything. The ceiling that you see, that blue, is all artificial. There's no way you can tell. If you don't have a watch, you'll probably forget that it's nighttime or daytime, because it's always daytime inside there. The way that ceiling is all done, it's just an amazing thing in itself. So just so you know. As you can see, those are all an architectural marvel. It's probably replicated somewhere from Rome, but it's really nicely done here. As we continued our walk, we saw a nice big aquarium with some fish, and of course, because I'm from Fiji, so naturally we want to see what type of fish is in there. Maybe something we can stick our hands in and take home and fry it, or maybe throw it in the lovo or something. Haha, no chance of that. Anyway, so this is all various types of fish. I mean, it's just a wonderful thing. The whole aquarium itself has so many varieties. I'm surprised the fish don't cannibalize on each other. I'm sure they feed them well. So we were discussing there's a little tiger shark or something like that swimming across, and some leftovers of the Roman Empire, I think. That's the theme right there. And then as you can see on the top right hand side, there are all these TV screens that were just it just dazzles the eyes. There's so much like non-stop visual stimulus. It's like you get kind of like blown away with all the stuff that's in there. As we continued our walk, we saw some basketball player, probably Kobe Bryant, from the Lakers. Not even sure if that is Kobe Bryant, but that's what the boys were all excited about. It's my son and my friend's son, so they were having a blast with that. Anytime you walk past those slot machines, you get the temptation, but since my luck isn't that great with those machines, I did not dare to spend my money on that. I have to spend my money on better things. But it's if you are into gaming, there's no end to the number of games that are available. On the left side was that beautiful, as you can see, all that lighting of the high roller tables and all that. It's really very beautifully done. I'm just surprised that it doesn't show that well on the camera, but it really is beautiful. So if you do visit, please make a point of going there. And while I didn't particularly like the accommodation at Cesars Palace, I do like the layout and all the activities that they have around there. It's very centrally located, and right next to it is the Bellagio, which you can see all the fountain, the dancing water fountain. I'm sure everybody has seen that on many TV shows and stuff like that. We weren't really particularly interested into that because we have seen it so many times, so we were just kind of walking the rest of the strip, and you can see so many different towers with the Cesars Palace. It's not just one tower. There's several towers that make up Cesars Palace, and I think we were given a room in Octavia. We didn't really like that. As you can see here, if you need to cross the road, there's all these overhead crossings, so you can easily make it to the other side, to the different hotels and shopping areas. It's all shopping and more shopping. We're headed to the Bellagio. As you can see, the arrow was pointing that, and after the Bellagio we were going to head out using that shortcut through the hotel, from one hotel connected to the next one, to the Aria, and then up the escalator we wanted to go and take the monorail, which also connects from one hotel to the other. So you can, if you're getting tired of walking, you can actually go on one side, and I think it takes you all the way to the pyramid, and that's a nice one too over there to go to. And each of these hotels have their own theme. In a long time ago, those were all free attractions. Now they charge money, and it's another way for them to take money. But if you're making a trip there, spend a little bit of money. It's worth it to see it at least once, because they do a really, really good job. And of course, every hotel and every stage has their own shows, from very big talents like America's Got Talent. They do their show over there, and then you have singers and performers and all the other kind of stuff. Of course, we had Mika Singh from India come and do a show for us that was exclusive for 7-Eleven franchisees. And the day before, Ivan Pecel, he's a world-renowned juggler, and he also did a special juggling session for us, and we took tons of pictures with him and rubbed shoulders with him. Of course, that's not what we do, but as far as juggling, but it was a wonderful experience. The guy is really down to earth, Ivan Pecel, and hats off to him for being such a wonderful person. Don't know about Mika Singh. He had his security guard around him, and they did some kind of a show. They did their thing. There's a clip towards the end of this video. You see it and you decide for yourself. I had to cut it a little short because it was extending this video too much. Anyways, as we were walking along, we found this tropical forest, and you can feel the temperature difference inside. Those people took really good care of these plants, and it certainly takes you away into an imaginary world. You can feel the vibration of that whole layout. It's really exotic, and of course they have restaurants and other stuff around there, and those are all real plants. They are not like imitation plastic things, none of that. It's really beautifully done. So after all that walking, we took a little break. There are some sofas and very nice relaxing places there. So we took a little breather and then decided to continue up the escalator to the tram station. And it's a free monorail tram that connects all the different hotels. So here we are. We just made it, and it runs every 5-10 minutes. I'm not sure, but it's like a continuous thing. So you can just kind of hop on and hop off kind of deal. And it's very convenient. I mean, it's a shortcut way to go around, but for sure you need good shoes. If you have sneakers and all that kind of stuff, that'll work, because there's a lot of walking if you really want to see the place. Of course, walking during the day is different, and then walking during night has its own beauty. It's a big radical change. And at the time we were there, a lot of streets were all blocked off because they were preparing for the Formula 1 racing that was to happen this year. And for that reason, driving your vehicle was really atrocious. So we walked, and here we are. We made it to the area, and every hotel has its own beauty, has its own theme, has their own things to see. Without walking, it's hard, and there's multiple things in each hotel, so you could be walking pretty much forever, I think. If you are a foreigner, I don't know. If you become a local, then that might be different. But we asked some locals who hotel workers and stuff, and even they didn't know all the things that were happening there, because it's like constantly changing and constantly new things are added. We stopped at this little flower place, and those flowers were decorated so nicely, and we thought it probably is not real. So there was a lady who was working there, and we asked her, and she says, oh no, every day they get a fresh new batch. And that's the lady. She was mending and attending to those flowers. So we asked her, and she confirmed, yep, every day for sure, yes, brand new flowers. They get shipped from some place she doesn't know, but she tends to it. And as we continued walking, you can see those bubbles that you blow, except that these are much bigger, and they hang there like for good. You can see that little thing that you blow, the soap and water thing. So that's their own theme. Here you can see those two buildings, and they look like they are about to fall. It's just the way they are constructed, and as though the buildings are crooked, but it's not. It gives the illusion of that. Wonderfully done. I mean, if you stand there, it certainly looks like it's about to fall. And then this is another big tower, and honestly, when I was standing there and looking up, you could kind of feel like falling backwards, because that's so high up there. I don't know how many feet and how many stories there are. We tried counting, but we lost count. It's just two. And there's those two yellow and white kind of tower. It looks like it's tipping over. Wonderfully done, very nicely. If somebody is into architecture, design and stuff, there it is, some challenge designing there. We continued walking, came on down to the strip, and cheapest foods are obviously go to Subway and Panda Express and all that kind of stuff. If you go to restaurants, spending $100 on a meal is very easy to do. But we did our spending, but we didn't go too crazy because we had all the goodies through the franchise association, and so we kind of utilized that. I've speeded up the walk here just so that it doesn't get too boring. It was really hot, and as we walked, as you can see, these are not connected by the monorail. Some wonderful things to see. You're on the outside, over 100 degrees. The Airbnb that we stayed at was kind of behind the MGM Grand. It was part of the MGM, but it was called something else, MGM something. And for those people watching in India, it's not Mahatma Gandhi Memorial, it is something else. Thought I'd just throw it out there. Of course, we are in the US, so it's something else. There's of course the Hershey, the chocolate factory and all that. Lots of candy and stuff. As you can see, there's an overhead walkway, and that's throughout the strip. So anytime you need to go from one side to the other, of course there are streets that you can cross, but it gets kind of busy. You can always go over, and this is, we are walking across to the other side, and it's a beautiful walk. Lots of walking, like I already said. So as you head on out from the Cesars Palace, you'll pass the Bellagio, the Cosmopolitan, the Vadara, then there's the city center, there's Waldorf Astoria, then there's Park MGM. You can also go behind the Aria and stuff like that. There's also the T-Mobile Arena, and as you can see, we were just by the Excalibur, which had all those colorful things, and that right there is the Luxor, and behind that is the Frank Sinatra Drive, and the golden buildings were the Mandalay Bay. So we continued on, and we were headed over to our hotel, the MGM Grand. Also at the MGM Grand, there is the Las Vegas monorail that will take you to the Belize and Paris station, Flamingo, Cesars Palace, Hera, the Link station, and it will take you all the way to the Las Vegas Convention Center, Westgate Station, and on the opposite side of the Stratosphere. So later on, we were supposed to go to the High Roller, which is the Ferris wheel, and we wanted to just go freshen up first before heading out to the High Roller. So we were making our way. So it's a long walk, lots of walking. And if you try to catch a taxi, you'll still be stuck. Probably take you the same amount of time, as it's so busy. And of course you'll miss out all the insides, the shopping and all that other cool stuff. So here we had parked way on the other side of the Treasure Island, and then we headed on out. We made try to take advantage of the free parking, because parking is like $30 to $50 or more, and then it's even more if you want valet parking. So we parked free parking at Treasure Island, and then we just walked and tried to make our way to there it is, Treasure Island free parking. They advertised that. So then we were trying to make our way to the high roller, and of course, because there's so many buildings and they're all interconnected and stuff like that, we kind of got lost and ended up asking a security guard here. So he pointed the way. I'm not even sure which. I think this was at the Harris, and he told us that we were very close and it's right across the Link station. So he was very helpful, and he walked all the way as far as he could, pointed us in the right direction. Go straight out and find your way. No, he kind of gave us a good direction. So here we are. Now we had free tickets to the high roller, compliments of Celsius energy drink. I really am grateful to them, and I think all the franchisees, 7-Eleven franchisees, they all should be, because we had unlimited number of rides, and each ride is about half an hour to the top. So you can estimate how high it goes, very gently, no hiccups. It's just like a continuous rotation. And Celsius Energy had also sponsored all kinds of drinks for us. So if you want water, beer, wine, pretty much anything, they had a huge selection, all free. They sponsored that for us, and they had those nice pretty girls there. You could take pictures with them also. And here is the holding lobby, Celsius Live Fit. You can take as many drinks as you want. Just, some people I know, they just got drunk right there before even having the ride. I just took one wine, and it was like nothing. So here we are, and each family, because we had special tickets. Here I am making cheers, and cheers to everyone watching. Thank you for watching. Let me say that also. So here we are. Every little of those thingies out there, those little balls, they were nice enough to just give us. It was just like exclusive to the family or friends. So we did 2 rounds, one during the day, and then by the time we came down in an hour, half an hour to go up all the way, then another half an hour to come back down. We decided to do another one because it was getting dark. So then we wanted the night experience. So you can see it's daylight right now, and so we get to experience Las Vegas scenic from 550 feet, which is the height at which this Ferris wheel goes, very gently, and you get a nice 360-degree view. And as we go up, we can see the aircraft landing at the Las Vegas airport. We could easily see their glide path, and at points we were higher than the aircraft. You get a completely different view if you go in the daytime and if you go at nighttime. Of course, Las Vegas is a city of lights, so it's important to go at night also. And there's this big ball out there you can see ahead of us, and as I'm panning, that keeps changing into various displays. And you can see still daylight. It's about half an hour, and we are getting close to the maximum elevation. So right now we are at 444 feet, and it's going to go all the way to 550. And there you can see Harrah's, the Venetian, Wynn, Las Vegas, Sands Expo, even the Encore Hotel, and you can see the display of that LED ball has just changed into something else. And the camera has been sped up, so that ball comes out very gently. Just looks like we are speeding out of there, but it's not. So when we came out, that a security guard asked us if we wanted to go for another ride because we had the special tickets, or head on out. But well, of course we were gonna take a night trip up that, and he pointed us in that right direction, and here we go again to get the night view. So as we were headed over for our second round, we met some more friends, and we asked them to join us in our spherical ball. So we have more company. Of course, there's tons of room, and so we had another exciting trip in the night. This high roller is the world's highest operational Ferris wheel. So there you know. If you make it to Las Vegas, please do go and try to visit at night. I think, in my opinion, the night view is much better, and you get it's more exciting, I think, because the aircraft landing is also more visible, and all the lights of the different hotels and the strip and all of that. It's really wonderful. And there's our friends, and they joined us for the ride up. As we continue going up, the various lights of the hotels, they become astoundingly beautiful. I wish I had a more powerful camera than the GoPro, and I think I'm trying to track an aircraft that's landing somewhere out there with that. And you can see even the Ferris wheel lights, they change colors, and it just sticks out. Like, it's, there's just so much visual stimulus. And there, that dome kind of thing is now a basketball, and on the right hand side of the screen it keeps changing into so many different things. It's like a whole LED thing. Oh, there I'm pointing to an aircraft landing out there. I think we were higher than the aircraft. So after that ride and taking a whole bunch more pictures, stills with the lovely girls and from Celsius energy drink, we started heading out on the promenade and visited so many little shops out there, and just enjoying the warm walk, because in there we carrying beer, because in Las Vegas you can drink beer out in the open. Beer, wine, doesn't matter, alcohol. Different laws than California, so much more relaxed atmosphere. Great place to have fun if you are into all that. As you can see, there's lots of walking, and we continued walking to our free parking at the Treasure Island, and then decided to spend some money at the Treasure Island. I mean, we just felt that we should play a few games. If we lose some money, at least that should account for the free parking that they provide. But you don't have to. But we just felt like that. So we passed this nice candy store, and we decided that it needs a few minutes in there, and we took that, and it's right next to the Flamingo Hotel, as you can see. So this promenade is a really nice place to walk around. We went there for some sugar, and I don't think we bought anything, and we didn't, because they were just it was just a nice beautiful display, but we tried to stay away from some sugar and stuff. This lady here, we asked her for some free samples, and they were like, no, we don't give free samples. So we just were like, we just want one candy. So that they didn't want to sell us one candy, they wanted us to buy in a bigger quantity or something. So we just kind of saw the place and thanked them and moved on. And as you walk along the strip, you'll find some people with colorful clothes. As you see those girls right up front, I think they work on their own. If you take pictures with them, then they'll start wanting money. So kind of be careful of those kind of people. There's a whole bunch of them out there. I don't know if they were just like encouraging people to go into the Flamingo, or they were just these girls here, or they were just there for dressed up. And you can see there's more people out there, and if you take pictures with them, then they start hassling you for money or something like that, you know. Just be careful, you know. If you are wanting pictures with them, be ready to spend a few bucks. I'm not sure how much they charge, but just be careful out there. And as we had parked at the Treasure Island, so it was a bit of a walk, and being nice and hot night, we had to cross over again. There you can see Treasure Island free parking. So we went for that, and we were so relieved after that long walk that we made it back to our vehicle, and then we were going back to our hotel and get some rest, much needed rest. After playing some games on the ground floor of Treasure Island, we headed up the escalator to the parking lot, across the bridge to the parking structure, and made on our way out. And as you can see, the drive at night was a bit better than during the day, where they had blocked off a whole different parts of the road for the F1 racing that was supposed to happen a bit later in the year. So as you can see, I had mentioned earlier that if you try to catch a Uber or some other lift or something to make your way around, it's gonna take you about the same time as if you were walking. So I don't know if you could maybe use an electric scooter or something, not sure, but definitely at the time that this video was made, there was just a lot of traffic, especially during the day, and then at night you can see, you know, just the regular traffic in certain areas, especially in front of the Cesars Palace, where there was major construction going on. They were rerouting the traffic to cater for the F1. And on the left hand side was the link, and right behind that was the big the high roller that we just went on. So after making it back to the hotel, we had a good rest, and then the next day again we went for the convention, and after the convention we had our world famous juggler Ivan Pecel, and while I was making this video, I actually texted him and I asked him if I could use his footage a little bit, and he was more than willing, you know. He said for sure, right on. And so that's coming up. Like I had said earlier, a really wonderful guy. If you get a chance to see him or see his videos or something, very funny guy, very talented, and I wish him all the success in his career. And as promised, here is Ivan Pecel doing his magic show, and I had clipped his video a little bit, so I hope you can take glimpses of and appreciate his performance.
I know, it's like Cirque du Soleil, only crappier. They're still dealing money. That's it. Okay. That was the hardest part of the show. Very well, very well. And where are you from, Harlan? You're from where? Really? That's awesome, man. I live in Valencia, California.
Thank you, Ivan, for that wonderful performance and much more. And the next day, here we are at the trade show, and we had so many different vendors from Prime, Monster, energy drinks, Co drink, energy drink, and Gatorade, PepsiCo, Coke, Pringles, all kinds of different, so many hundreds of vendors that were there. To do our business, and of course there's Celsius, and the same girls are working here again. We just appreciate everybody's attendance to the franchise show, and it can be lots of sampling you could eat and get drunk if you're all into that. After meeting all these vendors and making some business deals, getting stuff wholesale, in the evening we had the grand gala night, where we were given very nice food, selection from a huge variety of things, and right after dinner and wine and all that other cool stuff, we enjoyed the Mika Singh live show. I guess they had sponsored him to come from India and with his troupe and his live band. So we got to enjoy that, and after the show, Mika Singh of course was whisked away because he's a celebrity in India, I think. Entertainment was alright. We met some of his band people afterwards, and there's our friend Ernie. Hi Ernie, a very enterprising guy. So here we are now, on to Mika Singh's live show. Thank you Mika Singh and party. Thank you to the musicians. We enjoyed all of that. I do appreciate my viewers watching this and joining me. There's the B2 Spirit, which I had erroneously mentioned as B52. It's not a B52, it's B2. I hope you can like and subscribe to my videos for more content. Thank you and have a wonderful day.